UFC 324 Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje just wrapped up. I'm going to break down what happened, and I cannot believe my eyes, everyone. I cannot believe my eyes, because I will start off with the main event of Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Listen, I don't get it. I don't get how Rafael Fiziev can trip up Justin Gaethje, end up in an inverted triangle for like a minute straight. I don't know how he can trip him up throughout his entire fight with him. But Paddy Pimblett cannot get to a good body lock, throw down, trip. He can't get to a good entry early on in the fight at all. I don't understand. Paddy Pimblett has explosive, fast transitions in the grappling, but he just decided to brawl with Justin Gaethje. There were times where Paddy Pimblett tried to shoot in on takedowns on Justin, but Gaethje, at that point of Paddy already trying to shoot in on Justin Gaethje, he was already pretty badly damaged. Throughout this entire fight, Rufus, Justin Gaethje, he just brutalized Paddy Pimblett over the course of this fight. I wanted Paddy to win. I thought Paddy would win. But Justin Gaethje shatters my hopes at a fun lightweight division. Justin Gaethje's fun, but let's be honest with ourselves. 100% completely honest with ourselves. Justin Gaethje has zero chance to beat Ilia Topuria. Zero. I will say that with complete confidence. If I could, I would bet the entire house on Ilia. I don't think people understand how meaningless of a win this is for Justin Gaethje. Honestly, it's a great win for his resume. It does do a lot for him, but in the grand scheme of things, it will mean nothing because Justin Gaethje will never get his hands on actual lightweight gold. He's fine with getting these interim titles and beating amazing contenders like Tony Ferguson, Paddy Pimblett in interim title fights. But he's going to get slept by Khabib. He's going to get slept by Ilia. And nothing will change. We will still have a lightweight division that is built off resumes of these run-of-the-mill. It's disrespectful to call Justin Gaethje run-of-the-mill, honestly. Justin Gaethje is a terrific fighter, and it really showed in this fight. But everyone's just going to have him on his resume, and we're going to look back and be like, was Justin Gaethje even really that good? He was good enough to beat Paddy. He brutalized him over this fight. And for Paddy, he had success at points. He was landing good uppercuts. Take advantage of when Justin Gaethje dipped his head. He tried the knee a bunch of times. But I don't know, man. Paddy's striking just couldn't keep up. Simple as that. And he didn't utilize his grappling well enough, honestly. He didn't shoot that much, or even if all, in like the first 2 rounds. And if he did, it was already when Justin Gaethje has already taken damage. I swear, Paddy should have went out there like Khamzat Chimaev and just went straight to the grappling, dude. Straight to it. I don't think Justin Gaethje would have been ready for that. I don't think Justin Gaethje would have had the same success that he had over the course of this fight if Paddy mixed it up earlier. And man, I am seriously surprised by this. It's unbelievable how Justin Gaethje, through like 10 years in the UFC or something, is still brutalizing people. And let me just go off by saying that I'm kind of a fan of Justin Gaethje. Like, how can you not be? He is an exciting fighter. Even though this was, well, no, this was still pretty exciting. Like, Justin Gaethje will always be an exciting fighter, always put on a show, and I'm not mad at it. Okay, like, this result I'm not that mad at, because regardless, Justin Gaethje will put on a fun fight before he gets slapped by Ilya, because that will happen. Like, how can you ever think otherwise? Like, he might do good against Paddy, but I will shave my head if Ilya does not beat Justin Gaethje. Nonetheless, sleep him out cold, because Justin Gaethje was getting tagged by Paddy. There were points where uppercuts and some punches were getting through, and Justin Gaethje didn't look like he was taking it all that well. But Justin Gaethje has heart, man. He has heart, and he has pace, and he really pushed it on Paddy. For Paddy, you really got to reset. You really got to prove yourself against better contenders, because now it's looking like you're a complete fraud. It also is something worth saying that Paddy did have a lot of fouls committed on him. Justin Gaethje eye poked him like twice, groin shot at him that didn't get noticed. And it's unfortunate, man. Cheating's allowed. In the sequence where Paddy gets dropped by the uppercut, I'm pretty sure Justin Gaethje pushed his fingers into Paddy's eyes. No. That was the eye poke before that Justin already did on him. In the finishing, not the finishing sequence, but the sequence of getting the uppercut, Justin did, like, scrape his eye. And some of these calls go unnoticed, man. I really do think we need to start taking points away. Because, like, what if Paddy doesn't get scraped in the eye? Like, does he get dropped by the uppercut? He might. He probably does. Because Paddy looked bad out there. Seriously, he looked bad. But, I don't know, man. It's a tricky situation. Overall, great performance by Justin Gaethje. Great performance. This adds a young, up-and-coming contender that he soundly beat. Straight up. And also, England has a problem with eye pokes, man. Truly. Then we have Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. This was a pretty clear decision win by Sean O'Malley. The first round, they weren't that active, really. Nothing really significant really landed. There was some good things. Song landed pretty heavy leg kicks in the first round, and some cuffing blows to O'Malley within the combos of his leg kicks and stuff. O'Malley was overall throwing good strikes at range, not much volume either. He had a spinning back kick that landed decently. Yeah, not too much damage going on in the first round, but overall I edge it to O'Malley. And Song gets a takedown at the end of the round, but not much landed off of that. Like, no damage. Unfortunately, that was the round that was going to cost Song. That round was close, with damage done. Yes, Sean threw more and connected with more, and that is more damage. So, he does win the round, but it wasn't much damage. Either of these guys could have put a little bit more effort and convincingly won the round, but I still give it to Sean in that first round. Second round, Yadong does way better. He lands more, he has more significant strikes off of that round, and overall pieces Sean up throughout that round. Just outdoes Sean in the second round. In the third round, Sean has his most convincing round, with him landing a lot more damaging strikes than Song landed on him. Song had his moments still, but that was a good round from O'Malley that was pretty clear to him, and he outshook Song over the course of those 3 rounds, and it got exciting towards the end with Song trying to do the Max Holloway point down. They have like a little exchange. Sean tries to hit him with a little trickery at the very end to a head kick, but I mean, this wasn't that good of a fight, to be honest. And I'm not feeling too confident about O'Malley's chances within his next fight against Jan, because I know that's going to happen. They favor O'Malley and they want him to be in the spotlight and all of that stuff. I sort of understand. He's a fun character at times. Has to do better at press conferences, because God, he falls short with that and needs to improve with those skills. But in the octagon, he got this one done, and it was pretty convincingly, or pretty clear. I don't know about convincingly, because like, I mean, Song still had his moments over his fight and took a round off of him, clearly, and there's stuff to wonder. You know, O'Malley really does have to hit a little bit of a different level to try to beat Jan again, because damn, well, I mean, he could pull off another robbery against Jan, but good performance, or good win from O'Malley, but I don't know about his performance all that much. It wasn't the best, really wasn't. There's more to be desired, but good win. And for Song, don't be too down on this. Sean's at the very top of the division, an amazing fighter, and Song proved that he has the durability and the offense to still have potential in this division. He's still pretty young, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they have next for these two. Waldo just completely pieced up Derrick Lewis over the course of this fight, and I don't know, I don't think much of it, because the Derrick Lewis that quits and has no heart isn't even a rank contender. Like, he might be top 15, but the other Derrick Lewis is a monster and can knock out Curtis Blades with a short uppercut. It's so weird, man. It's so weird, but I knew Waldo was getting this done. It was a lot slicker, a lot faster, and Derrick Lewis just kept relying on that opportunity to knock him out. While Waldo was just outclassing him in every way, and there's not really much to say about it because Derrick Lewis basically quit. Like, there's the difference between having a genuine fight and giving it what you got, getting pieced up and getting finished. That's one thing, but then there's Derrick Lewis that doesn't get hit with super cracking shots and he falls to the ground and just accepts. Like, there are points where Derrick Lewis just laying on his back. Just laying on his back and not giving any sort of effort to upkick or anything like that, and allowing Waldo to pass his guard and shit. It's wild. Next up, we got a fight that no one cares about. Then we got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Gene Silva soundly beats Arnold Allen. This was a scrap of a fight, man, and even I forgot how good Arnold Allen is despite losing to Gene Silva. So the first round, Arnold Allen was moving very well, floating around and stinging Gene Silva, doing well with the counters, and his jab was working as well. The first round, just overall, he was outclassing Gene a little bit. At the very end, Gene hit him with some nice stuff. It got him against a cage, and an elbow kind of stumbled him a little bit. It was off balance a little bit as well, but it had some thud to it with the elbow, and it was a lasting impression on the last round. on the first round, but it was a lasting impression of it. And Arnold Allen, I think he still probably won that round though. He was getting a lot of shots off on Gene Silva in that first round. They were connecting well, and even though Gene had his moments, he was a lot more defensively responsible, in my opinion. Gene Silva was taking a lot that first round, but he builds over these fights, and in the second and third round, it showed. Gene Silva did really well in creating chaos for Arnold Allen, and it felt like he wasn't floating around as well in the second and third round. It just felt like he should have did a little bit more to continue to keep up that movement around the cage and stick to the same game plan in round one, because he started to really brawl with Gene in round 2 and 3, which I'm not really complaining about because it was made for a great fight, but for his game plan, it costed him, and it was a great one though. At the very end of the fight, Gene Silva like jumped on his back and like did like a swan dive or something. Nah, but he did some crazy pose that there was a funny picture of. But Gene Silva just brutalized Arnold Allen in the second and third, but to be honest, Arnold Allen did pretty well over this fight. Like, that first round, I think he won, but second and third, it obviously snowballed, not in his favor. He did pretty well though. There's not much to be sad about. He is towards the lower of the rankings though, but I think he's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to be pretty good against people lower in the rankings, and if he wants to climb back up. And you know, I haven't seen an Arnold Allen performance in a while. It felt like it's been so long since I've seen him fight. And yeah, it was a decent performance from him though. Like, he really did sting Gene with some stuff in round 1, and over the course of the fight, he had his moments as well, but Gene just took round 2 and 3. Great performance, so great fight. Next up, Umar versus Deiveson Figueiredo. This was a snooze fest. I watched this fight, but I wasn't really there because of how much of a snooze fest it was. The shit just happens, man. You know, the OV at the end, plus Deiveson Figueiredo being an old guy that's willing to grapple and shit. I don't even want to talk about this fight, to be honest. Like, disappointing. No wonder why I was on the prelims. Next up, Ateba Gautier versus Andrey Pulyaev. Wasn't a brutal finish like we all thought. Some would say Gautier got fraud checked. No, I'm fucking around. Ateba Gautier beat Andrey Pulyaev soundly. He dropped him so much throughout this fight. I have no idea. How much knockdowns did he get? Two knockdowns over the fight? Okay. Well, maybe 2 knockdowns, but he was rocking Andrey Pulyaev so much throughout this fight, especially in the first 2 rounds. It looked like it was going to be the execution that we thought it was going to be. Then it started to look like a fraud check, and that we were going to see one of the biggest upsets. Just like Howney Barcelos, Peyton Talbot, or Malcolm Wellmaker and Ethan Ewing. It looked like we were on our way to see that, because Andrey Pulyaev did have his moments of like jabbing Ateba Gautier and like having good shots on him, but he really did like get Ateba Gautier pretty good with that jab. Like, that was his best weapon throughout this fight, in my opinion, was his jab. And Ateba Gautier, even though he won this pretty clearly, there's something to think about. You know, he doesn't look like this world beater that we thought he was if you're going to a decision with Andrey Pulyaev, where he's kind of jabbing your face off in certain points. Like, he really was stinging Ateba Gautier with some good jabs at points. But Ateba Gautier beat him, clearly. It's just some stuff to think about, though. Is this guy really gonna be a champion? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna do well against Anthony Hernandez, who also has a decent jab and might be able to wear out Ateba Gautier much better. I don't know if he's gonna get past Roman Dolidze. I don't know if he's gonna get past Marvin Vettori. Maybe that's the next matchup, Marvin Vettori. I don't know, man. I don't know. Next up, Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Nikita Krylov pulls it off at the very end of the fight. I was scared for him. I was scared for him throughout this entire fight because he looked so chinny. But, my God, he pulled it off. It's so risky how he fights, and I don't think he looked good in this fight. Even though he got the finish and stuff, I just feel like Krylov moves so slow in these exchanges, and somehow in this fight he flowed with it and was landing shots. I don't remember exactly what the shot was that got Modestas out of there, but I think it was like a right hand or something. Regardless, Krylov really put that mustard on him in the last round and took him out of there. It was good to see. Happy for Krylov after getting slept twice. It was a good bounce back. Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Unfortunate, man. I feel bad for Charles Johnson. I hope he didn't bring his daughter to the fight, because that was bad. Alex Perez lost to Alsu Almabayev, has lost to top contenders in the flyweight division, like really top contenders, and I thought Charles Johnson was going to get it done, but Alex Perez shows why he's only lost to pretty good contenders, right? Like, lost to Alsu Almabayev, Tara, beat Mateus Nicolau, lost to Makayev, lost to Pantoja. Like, these are only the best. Figueiredo, and beaten, realistically, a lot of other people and everyone else. Good win by Alex Perez, man. Yeah, I don't remember the finishing sequence because I'm just so pissed off at the co-main and main, honestly. It's hard to remember some of these. But next, it's hard to forget Josh Hokit. Man, I don't even want to talk about the finish because I don't even remember it all that much. But he was really putting it on Denzel Freeman. And then he delivers a Chael Sonnen-inspired speech in post-fight interview. And to say the least, it was wild. He wanted to say the word, but he just said the word instead of saying the actual word. He dresses like Hulk Hogan, the American thing over his head, sunglasses, giving actual Chael Sonnen lines, saying, calling Waldo Cortes Acosta a deadbeat father, saying that he absolutely sucks like Anderson Silva Chael Sonnen. And he calls Brittany Griner a man. Like, Josh Hokit. crazy personality, man, and to say the least, I am looking forward to him fighting again. He should be on the White House card. Make him the very first fight. Josh Hokit. It was a good performance from him. I don't remember it too much because all you can remember is the post-fight interview. That electrifying post-fight interview. But he put it on Denzel Freeman. Got him out there. Said what he needed to say. Talked like Chael Sonnen. Wanted to drop the bomb. The N-bomb. And called Brittany Griner a man. So, I mean, yeah, he said what he needed to say. And also, Ty Miller got it done. I didn't see this fight, but my pick was right. And let's talk about my picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 out of 10. And I didn't even... Yeah, 6 out of 10. That's pretty good, man. Honestly, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I should have seen this coming. Decent start to the Paramount era. Had some good cinematic shots and different kind of setups for the event. Different kind of promos, and I'm enjoying it, man. So yeah, I guess we'll see where this Paramount era goes. Overall, this card was pretty good. Pretty good card.